gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss you. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Today, I'm going to talk about something that females are almost too good at, and that is lying. Because the average woman has a much higher social aptitude and is much more perceptive than the average man, they're far more adept at social manipulation. They're very good at misleading and lying to people. Women lie to everyone, guys. They lie to their family, their friends, their coworkers, their bosses, their children, and even themselves. But the vast majority of a woman's lies are reserved for their husbands and boyfriends. Now, females lie to their husbands and boyfriends for a few reasons. They lie about their notch counts to make themselves look less promiscuous than they really are. They lie about how their last relationship ended to absolve themselves of any and all responsibility, which really means they cheated their way out of the relationship. The list goes on and on. But the main reason females lie to their boyfriends and husbands is to cover up cheating. Yes, there are many different lies, many different reasons for those lies, and many different times they lie. But the number one reason women lie to their significant others is to cover up infidelity. Unfortunately, most men out here lack even a basic understanding in terms of knowing when they're being lied to by a woman. They think they know when their women are lying to them because maybe she stutters or she looks away when speaking to him. And while these could be signs she's being dishonest, it doesn't even begin to scratch the surface because females are expert liars and professional cheaters. You think she doesn't know that stuttering and looking away gives her away as a liar? Here's a better question. You think she doesn't do these things on purpose to make you think she's lying? Let that sit for a while. Understand this, gentlemen. Women are always 4 steps ahead. They've been lying and cheating about lying and cheating since they figured out that men want to sleep with them. And that starts as early as 14, 15 years old, and sometimes even younger than that. My ex-girlfriend, Amy, is a great example, having had her first child at 13. I met her 6 years later, but I didn't run for the hills when I found out she had a 6-year-old kid at just 19. Admittedly, that one was on me. Anyway, so now a man asks himself, well, how can I get better at recognizing when a woman is being dishonest with me? How can I become more proficient at spotting lies? Well, the first thing I'll tell you is that it takes a lot of time and a lot of experience to be able to know when a woman is lying to you. The reason I'm great at spotting dishonesty is because I've been lied to by a lot of women in a lot of ways over the years. Experience, as they say, is the best teacher. Lying is no different. But to shorten your learning curve...
Wait a minute,
Wow.
I don't... okay, so maybe there's a modicum of truth in what he was saying, but I don't fully agree with everything. Because I let me just say, I sense an ulterior motive and a package behind what he's talking about. I do believe women are better liars than men. I do believe women are better cheaters than men. I do believe that there's a double standard when it comes to being accountable for relationship infractions. And it doesn't necessarily mean she cheated, but maybe she became emotionally distant. Maybe she started to withhold love. Maybe she started to not pour into the relationship in the same way he poured into the relationship. And I think sometimes when men start to call women to the floor for little things, or not, those are big things, when things like that happen in a relationship, I think sometimes women feel like they can't be called to the floor or they can't be questioned. Your thoughts?
I think that sometimes we play stupid in the sense that, you know, I'm not sleeping with anybody. Nobody's touching me.
Mm.
I'm not going on any dates. I'm not entertaining anybody in a way that would embarrass you. Whatever goes on in my mind, on my own personal time, is my business.
Mm.
And as long as I'm not stepping out and embarrassing you, which you may have done in previous times in our relationship, then we shouldn't have a problem, right? That's the ideology. I think that's the mindset. Ego. All of it's ego. I have to protect myself. I also have to stand up to you and not be no sucker, because if you out here doing this, that, and the third, I also need to secure myself and make sure that I'm going to come out of this on the positive end as well. I don't want to be the sacrificial lamb. And so it's a lot of that. I honestly feel like we don't come to those kind of situations or our relationships open. We're so closed off. We're so close, and we're scared to death.
Wait, you mean the best feelers, the deepest feelers are closed off?
We're scared to death.
So if you're scared to death and you're closed off, how can you receive what you want?
Yeah, I mean,
namely from yourself,
right,
and then from your partner,
right.
And how are you going to recognize if it's actually coming from your partner, but it's still closed off in you? So now, what you want, right, coming to you, you can't receive. You may perceive it as a threat because you haven't opened it up within yourself yet.
Right.
That's
deep.
This cold word right here.
Yeah.
If a woman has emotionally, mentally, and spiritually moved on from a dissatisfying relationship by considering other suitors before officially breaking up with her current partner, is that considered cheating? It is important to acknowledge that relationships are complex and unique to each and every individual involved. The definition of cheating can vary depending on cultural, personal, and relationship-specific factors. However, we can explore this question from a different perspective to gain a deeper understanding. From the traditional perspective, engaging with other potential suitors before officially ending a relationship could be seen as a breach of trust and fidelity. If you're thinking about it, and if you're breadcrumbing and setting up scenarios and situations that will make it a smoother transition for you, because you said earlier, and I'll give you credit, maybe it's anecdotal, but you said earlier, women are better prepared for the breakup than the men are.
Right.
So maybe this breadcrumbing, when it is actually time for you to move on, you've already laid down the infrastructure for the next situation. So it's an easier transition for you. True or false? Ladies and gentlemen, call in right now. 1-800-920-50. I'm just turned up right now. Fallon done gave up so much game on the ladies tonight. It's crazy. Fallon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We've got callers.
Oh my God.
Let's go to Temecula, California. Lola, get in here.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Lola. We
Hey,
can hear
Lola.
you. Talk to us.
Hi, so long time no talk. Hi, Miss
Yes.
Fallon.
Hey.
Yeah, y'all talked about so much. It's hard to even begin. First of all, I want to say I agree with most of the things that have been said tonight. But I think what's been left out is women do lie, but it's more from a reactionary place. Women may lie more, especially when it comes to cheating, but men learn to lie first. Men learn to lie at a very young age. And I feel like women are fully honest, usually in their first relationship, the puppy love, all the things that you first experience as a woman. You're honest. And men are usually dishonest. Young boys are usually dishonest because they learn the lies young. And that builds women that then know how to lie better.
Lola! Hey, Lola might be onto something. When I was young, older brother told me, he said, lie to them. He said, lie to women. He said, lies work better on women than the truth. Now, as I've grown, I understand that that's not entirely true. But the lie of the bad boy gets a lot of men very far with a lot of women. And I say the lie of the bad boy, right? Women want to feel protected. certain kind of dude, aggressive kind of dude. A lot of men ain't as aggressive as they pretend to be. But they do that. It's a type of peacocking in order to get a woman to see and think that he's that, right? So the guy told me, he said it works better on, or a lie works better than the truth. But what I found is every time you lie, it compounds the problem. And you have to, you got to be a lie mechanic because you got to maintain the lie. Whereas the truth is self-sustaining. It doesn't need any maintenance. So, and I've learned this the hard way. You know, he gave me bad advice. However, there are women out there who prefer the lie. There are women out there who prefer your dark side over your benevolent side. And when you start giving too much benevolence, you start looking buttercream. You start looking soft. You start looking like you can't protect or defend her if necessary. You start getting zenned out. Am I lying?
There's some truth to it.
Am I?
There's a little truth to it. But I think what Lola was saying, I spoke to that.
Lola is here. You can talk.
Hey, Miss Lola. So, Lola, when you said, you know, that sometimes men are the initiators of that lie, whatever that lying behavior, whatever that lying energy is, and I spoke to that a little bit earlier, I think sometimes women do use that as a catalyst or even as a defense of, well, you started it. Right? You kind of left us, you led us on this path, right? We were starting off, we were good, you know what I mean? We were open or pretending to be. We were, you know, attempting to be. And then that first infraction happens. And then from then on, it becomes a breakdown from, you know, that one incident or that one happening that broke the relationship down initially. And then after that, it just compounds. And I think women do use that as a caveat or as a out to say, well, you know, you brought this on. You know
Lola, your final thoughts on this?
That's a fact. You did say that. I think what I was referring to is more so adolescence.
Okay.
Meaning young boys learn to lie first.
There we go.
And it's one of those things, too, you know, society perpetuates it. You know, we always hear, and, you know, I agree with you 1,000%. I've always said women avoid accountability like the plague. We are not programmed to be accountable. And it's the same thing with lying. There's such a societal emphasis on men lying that women are naturally programmed to not see their lies. And also, since the lies are focused on the men, we believe that men lie more. So we don't even see ourselves.
But
I'll end there. Thank you so much.
No, this is great. No, you good. Lola, you good. Hold tight. Because I got two women in here now giving me some information that I need to know. I honestly believe that sometimes, yes, women lie. They say women are better liars. I don't know how to quantify that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if the research proves it, or I don't even know if there's any research out there. So I'm going to say that that's anecdotal and not necessarily 100% true because we can't quantify it with stats, right? But I will say, and this bothers me, it just seems that way. And let me just say this too. I think women also lie with avoidance, with omission, with just not dealing with the question of being accountable, right? In relational situations, right? They say, hey, what's going on? Shut down. What is that about? Why y'all do that? Lola, and then let's get Lola's final thought. Lola, why y'all do that? I think y'all lie with omission more than with words. What? Did we lose her? Lola, you got us on pause. Lola is in the bathroom. Okay.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Can she go first? Because I'm a little lost.
Don't be lost.
Thank you.
Why do we
omit, avoid, shut down?
I mean, we just are not accountable. Period. We're not, and I think that you think it's deeper than that?
Yeah, it's got to be more than that.
I just feel like we are not being. Well, I'll just speak from personal experience because maybe I'm trying to talk in generalizations.
There we go. Come on.
From a personal standpoint, when I have done that, because I'm not saying that I've never done those things. I've been, front row for all of that, all of the fun with all of that.
Front row.
Yeah. And when I've chosen to do that, for me, I think it was about, I don't want to have someone having that power over me. So I'm going to play the game. I remember asking one of my close friends, that's a Gemini as well. I asked her, I said, sis, when do the games stop between men and women? When does it stop? She said, never.
What?
I said, when do the games stop between men and women? The lying or the one-upping or the mind manipulation and the game plan. When does it end?
That's interesting.
And she said, never. And that's something that has always stuck with me. And I think that when you are in a place of feeling like, first of all, when you're in a place of deficit, again, when you have not done the work, when you haven't even begun the healing journey, to even start breaking down some of your own traumas, triggers, and all of those different things, you are really in for a ride when it comes to trying to interface with somebody in a relationship and trying to find your way through that while protecting yourself at the same time, trying to be present and wanting to be loved at the same time.
Okay, hold tight. When we come forward, we appreciate the callers. The callers are going bananas right now. Of course, that's Fallon Favors, R&B artist, as well as television show star. Yes, when we come forward, we going right to the callers yet again.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm James Alexander, a proud member of AARP. 1967, I was 17. That spring, my friends, the Barcades, and I made Soulfinger. It was a hit. Number 3 on the charts. That summer, we became the Great Otis Redding's Band. First gig, the famed Apollo. That fall, we toured. That winter found me in a morgue identifying the bodies of my bandmates and Otis Redding. My music and their memories bring me joy. The Barcades, forever.
What would you call a joy that is as solemn as it is sweet and knows no bounds? A joy that's beautifully rooted in soul and resilience. This is Black Joy, a joy that reflects pride and honor despite every challenge. AARP believes the power of Black joy is limitless, and we celebrate this joy supreme. Join us in celebrating Black joy at aarp.org/blackcommunity.
To my hometown, my community. Some of you have known me my whole life. Do you notice anything different about the kids in the neighborhood? Ever paid attention? You might start with gifts, money, attention. These are signs. Child trafficking is happening right here in this town. So don't just watch through the window. Pay attention. Because the more we know, the more we'll all know to say no. Learn the signs to look for and how to help at no-to-say-no.com.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for education as a right, not a privilege. Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science is a private, non-profit, community-founded, student-centered university committed to cultivating diverse health profession leaders who are dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations. CDU does this through outstanding education, clinical service, and community engagement. Recently, Charles Drew University made history by opening only the 5th medical school at an historically Black university. Congratulations, South LA, and congratulations to the Dean of the medical school, Dr. Deborah Protho-Stith. CDU is now training doctors and providing $90 million in annual economic benefit to Watts and surrounding neighborhoods. To apply for medical school, get more information, or sign your child up for the Junior Doctors Saturday School program, visit cdrewu.edu. That's cdrewu.edu. At KBLA, we are dedicated to equity in education and ending healthcare apartheid, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes. Me again. And I'm back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Reason. We've come full circle after having come forward. You know we on KBLA Talk 1580 in the heart of legendary Lamert Park, Little Africa town here in LA. You know we don't play in any way, shape, or form. My co-host is my playlist is my co-host, and of course I have a live co-host in the studio tonight. Fallon Favors. Fallon, don't you have like a podcast and...
I got all the things, child. I'm always doing all the things. Definitely, you guys follow me on Instagram at That's Fallon on Instagram, at That's Fallon on Twitter as well. I do also have a YouTube. You can just Google Fallon Favors. My YouTube will pop up. You can search it in YouTube as well. I have a show that I was doing called The Baby Mama Chronicles. We're kind of reshifting and kind of doing some new fun things and trying to get into more topics. So that's why I'm here with Mr. Zoe tonight. You know, I'm always here for his tutelage, and he has been one of my greatest mentors on the journey of my own evolution, as well as just being very well versed with relationship topics. So
I wish somebody could tutor me.
You got the books, you got the knowledge.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need some tutoring.
Right.
Anyway, in this discussion, though, we've been talking about, you know, women and their clandestine ways, right? While still in relationship, right, with a particular person. You know, building up the steam, the strength, and the stamina to be able to break away. And it was interesting that my homeboy brought that to my attention. He was like, that's a type of infidelity. You know you don't want the relationship anymore. However, you're going to stay in it until you find the strength to leave it. I think what happens with men, we tend to figure out ways to get gone. Right? If we, you know, hey, this ain't, you know, sometimes we know how to let you down a little bit and let you down a little soft, but most men, you know, tend to make a beeline to what they want. And boy, women, it's a process for you guys to get to this space, right? Mm-hmm. So it's heavy. So we're talking about that tonight. And we've explored the concept of emotional breadcrumbing and its potential occurrence among women who are involved in unsatisfying relationships while engaging outside suitors. By examining this phenomena from a philosophical and psychological and intimate relationship perspectives, we aim to provide a well-balanced and informative analysis. So let's define breadcrumbing, emotional breadcrumbing. Emotional breadcrumbing refers to the act of providing intermittent emotional attention or validation to someone without any intention of pursuing a committed relationship. Gosh, why are you smiling? Her face, I wish y'all could see her face. Her whole face said, I did that.
Oh my God.
I do that all the time.
No, not all the time.
But time and time again.
Oh my God. I can't with him.
Yes or no?
I mean, have I had experiences with that? Absolutely. Have I, been an offender of that? Absolutely. I think that for me personally, it's been a thing of not wanting to leave out of the relationship the loser. Wanting to make ego.
Yes.
Ego. All
Yes.
ego. And mine has been so inflated, but I think it's also been a thing of, like you were saying, which I think is very telling, not wanting to be uncomfortable. Because the thing about it is that leads you to that is wanting to feel the good feelings. And you had those good feelings with that person, otherwise you wouldn't be with them.
And that's the thing that makes it so you can't really love the person who delivered the greatest lesson to you.
Right, which is how backward it is. So opposed to being more enamored by the fact that this person has grown me, I'm more enamored by the soft and pretty things.
I'm not losing. I will not lose. That's what you want.
Yeah, so that's deep. Yeah.
Yikes. Ooh, that's heavy. We got callers all over the place. Marcus, Wichita, Kansas, get in here.
All right, this is Marcus. It's actually Wichita Falls, Texas. Just to clear it up. What's up, Zoe?
What's happening, man? Talk to me. Talk to me.
All right. So I'm actually in a nasty separation because of this topic. To condense it, my wife told me about a day or two after my dad died that she wanted a divorce after I snapped at her. And to put it in context, I stopped talking to her a couple of days because I don't deal well with nagging. And that's a flaw for me because I tend to shut down. So when she kept nagging and saying, you know, I'm sorry that your father died and all, but don't forget about your family back home, I lost it. And I said, you're no better than my ex, and murder she wrote after that.
Wait. Let's slow down. What did she
I told her that
wait, hold on. What did she mean by don't forget about your family back home? Because I'm trying to get an understanding of her intention behind what she said.
So so of course I'm married and I have a son with her, and she has 3 other kids from her previous relationship. Mm-hmm. So she felt like I didn't need to isolate myself from her, you know, looking back at it now. But at the time when my dad, you know, because my dad suffered a heart attack and I had to drive up to Philadelphia. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with his body and, you know, how to save his life before he died. And I'm finding out that he didn't have insurance and all that.
I get it. You hold on. You were emotionally overwhelmed, and she said something that you felt was insensitive, correct?
Exactly.
No, I understand what you're talking about, but can I offer you a different perspective?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
That's what I call.
So, again, she's supposed to give you the time you need to handle your business with your father, right? If she loves you.
Yes.
So she has to be understanding. Oh, he's going through a process. His dad is ill. He might lose him. He's on the grind trying to handle his dad. And maybe what she said was ill-timed. Maybe she shouldn't have said it when she said it. And I don't know the tone or the delivery in which she said what she said. But let me ask you from a logical standpoint, did she lie?
No, she didn't lie.
Okay, because guess what? Life gonna hit everybody. You gonna get hit hard, and when you're in relationships, that's the thing. That's your anchor, your relationship. Don't forget your family back home, bro. You have to create a balance. Both men and women. Yo, I'm going through it. I'm going to need this time. But guess what? You're my anchor. If you treat your anchor like it's lint in your pocket, it can't anchor itself to anything. So what she's saying is, yes, we're here for you. We're going to support you. But don't forget about us in this process. Sometimes, that's why I say, sometimes so many people give too much power to rampant emotions. Emotional regulation has to come into play. See, everybody say it all the time. Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die. But when that moment come, you show just how unprepared you are. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to be, hey, stay with me. When we come forward, I'm going to talk to some more to Marcus from Wichita, because I'm not done cooking.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Changes are happening at the LA City Council. The council voted 10-0 to appoint Imelda Padillo as a temporary voting member. She's looking to replace former council member Nuri Martinez, who resigned last year after being caught making racist comments during a redistricting meeting. The FBI is now offering a huge reward for information on a missing black girl from Lansing, Michigan. An Amber Alert is still active for 2-year-old Winter Cole Smith, who went missing Monday after being kidnapped by her mother's ex-boyfriend following a fight. She has braided shoulder-length hair and was last seen wearing a white t-shirt with rainbows. The 4th of July was the hottest day ever recorded on Earth. The record comes just a day after a new record had been set. According to the U.S. National Centers for Environmental Prediction, the average global temperature was 61.92 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network at BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Call the accident guys to speak with a real expert attorney for a free consultation.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
Have you heard about Lendistry? Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered right here in LA. Once you've started your business, Lendistry provides flexible financing options starting at $50,000 to help you access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit lendistry.com/KBLA to learn more.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCES scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-381-8528 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-381-8528. That's 800-381-8528. What do you have to lose? Call 800-381-8528. Again, 800-381-8528.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Attorney Joe Cordell. Divorce forces a father to focus on what's most important, his children. You may no longer be a husband, but you'll always be a dad. In the divorce process, this comes down to three key concerns: physical custody, decision-making, as well as financial support. Each of these is important, and it's important that you choose a lawyer that cares as much about these issues as you do.
1455 Frazee Road, Suite 1050, San Diego, California, 92108. CordellCordell.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
You say it's all in my head, and the things I think just don't make sense. So where you been then? Don't go all coy. Don't turn it around on me like it's my fault. See, I can see that look in your eyes, the one that shoots at me each and every time. You breaks me with your cold shoulder. Whenever you look at me, I wish I was her. You shower me with words made of ice.
Ladies, tonight's your night. The voice of reason is on fire. Hey, man, I'm having a great time tonight. My homegirl came in the building ready to lace us with some info. I've been paying attention to your show.
I've been,
Fallon Favors.
Yeah.
They've been doing their thing. I be,
peeking over the fence.
Just looking over the fence. Like, hey, I see y'all. I love it. And I hope you guys continue to do some iteration of it. Tonight's topic is a heavy topic, man. We're just talking about the subtle ways women check out, right? The subtle ways checking out while still in a relationship. And maybe being guilty of emotional breadcrumbing, setting it up before you leave. It's like, do women look at relationships like jobs? Like, before you quit this one, have another one on deck. Or have the potential of cultivating another one.
I think that women look at it like, it's kind of what you said even during the break, kind of the constructs that have been set up. Relationships for a woman are currency. So without one, sometimes it becomes a valuation thing. Like, how valuable am I without one? Which means that if I'm in one, I need to maybe start plotting out whatever my next move is going to be. Maybe I want to have children. Maybe I want to be married. Maybe I want to do all of the things that they said I should be doing. I'm on this clock. I'm rushing myself. And I feel like I need to kind of, fill these or check these boxes off. And if he's not going to fit the bill, I may need to have somebody else to put their application in.
Are you dating the potential to fit the bill, or are you dating the person?
You would want to think that you were dating the person. I think we should be trying to date people. But I mean, realistically, I guess by the rates of divorce, just relationships, us having children, is very telling that may not be what we're doing.
Yikes! The voice of reason is crazy tonight. Live from KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what this is. Lamert Park, legendary Africa Town. Zoe Williams back after a nice little vacation. Okay. And we got a great topic tonight with my homegirl Fallon Favors. Let me get back to Marcus from Wichita. Get back in here, brother, and finish your thought.
All right. So with the emotionally breadcrumbing, I wasn't so surprised about the divorce because she was saying a couple of hints here and there. It was actually one of my main motivations to buying your Shrouded Lighthouse book, because I wanted to work on myself. One of the things that she was doing is my son is 3, almost 4, and he was calling her ex-husband, who will pick up the other kids, daddy.
Oh,
for a little
Lord.
bit. And
here we go.
Yeah. So
now that's terrible.
In the beginning, she justified it because she was like, well, at least he's home every day. What are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm working on gas rigs.
Hold
Go ahead.
on. So I'm sorry. I take back everything I said before the break. No, because I was saying before the break, her reasoning behind the divorce and everything else could be, you're not available for us, right? This is why she said, hey, don't forget your family over here, right? But that little piece about the boyfriend now call the baby calling the boyfriend daddy. I don't like that whatsoever. So finish your thought, bro.
Oh, it was the ex-husband. So that was one of the first breadcrumbing.
Wow. Okay.
Well, she's not going back to the ex. The ex will come to the house and pick up the older kids.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
So since the kids call him daddy, he would just refer to her as daddy. And then it took me, saying something a couple times. So I say, no, that's not daddy, that's so-and-so. So the other breadcrumbing is she would tell me little slick things like, well, so-and-so tried to hit on me and said that I was pretty and this and that. And then she would ask me things like, well, how come you don't tell me I'm pretty anymore? And if I could be candid, one of the things she did was she got the gastric sleeve, and I didn't agree with it because I felt like she needed to master, knowing how to eat and exercise properly, and that getting, the, breast reduction and all that was just a Band-Aid, but she did those things anyway. So I'm at the point to where it's like, I'm not going to just sit here and just co-sign, saying something, not saying that she's ugly, but, I felt like her saying those little things, was just making me remind me that, hey, there's other suitors out there.
Well, absolutely,
or maybe I'm looking
brother.
at it wrong.
No, you are right, Marcus, and I appreciate you being able to call in and share your extremely complex story, brother. I appreciate you, man, and you should continue to call in. This is my first time hearing your voice. Just know you got a place here, man, to talk to us and get it cracking, all right?
Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Now
all right,
I can actually go to sleep.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you. Heru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan. You already know what's about to happen. Battle Creek. What you not gonna do? Listen.
Listen, you already.
What you not gonna do? Listen.
What we not gonna do.
Listen.
I understand everybody. Protocol is done. Listen, what we're not going to do is act like we don't have a public life, a private life, and a secret life. And absolutely, our sisters, and I was just texting in the chat on my tablet, that absolutely the black woman, according to my experience, from my mother on down, have been the 007 of our culture on the hide and seek side of the game.
Oh my God!
On the hide and seek side of the game. Listen, let me skip to it because I know we're living it. Listen, I talked to my ex-wife this past weekend after my ex-wife of 21 years. She told me, my high school sweetheart. I chased her down. I always tell people, don't chase nobody down, because you might just catch them. Listen, you might just get what you want, but you don't know what you're going to get. I talked to her. She told me after our first son, we had 4 children. She said after the first child.
That's not your wife.
Say again?
No, that's Arabia in the background. Shouldn't he be talking?
Arabia!
Just go ahead.
Bet 100, shoot 100. Well, no, listen. She told me that after our first child, she was like, I don't want to be with this Negro. Negro. I said Negro. But she never revealed that to me. We was together 21 years. She was preparing her exit strategy for 21 years.
Wow.
Now listen, we right out of high school.
Wow.
And yes, she I was unfaithful. I was the one that got caught.
Hurry up, and come on, I'm trying to give you
I got caught.
Come on.
But when she finally left me, the diaries that she left on our California King with the pillow top and the photos and all that stuff, I was like, whoa. From the beginning. So yes, the sisters are the ones that keep the secrets, and there's no unconditional love except for a mother and a child. I'll leave y'all with that.
That's heavy. Heru Ali, man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call. When I come forward, I'm going to Bellflower, California. So many people got things to talk about tonight. This is crazy.
Is it good to you? More voice of reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Keith Sweat, one of the greatest non-singing brothers ever. Undefeated songwriter. Boy, that man can execute a record. Him and Steve Arrington, we ain't got to know really how to sing a song now. Boy, Keith. My playlist is my co-host. Let me get my final caller in here tonight. What's Banks, get in here, Banks from Bellflower. We want to get your thoughts on tonight's topic.
Yeah, I just think, good evening, Joe. Long time to hear from, brother.
Good to have you, brother. Glad to have you here. Talk to me, man. You got a little bit of time, so get to it.
Yes, sir. It's funny, man, how a woman thinks. I'm good to know that the information. This is a great show tonight. Uh, I didn't know a woman could lie more than a man. I always thought that a man was more liar than a woman. But it's very interesting, man, how a woman can shut down on you, and when you're having a conversation, something she don't want to listen to or when she don't want to hear, she'll just shut down on you, and then you won't have no more conversation. You know?
Well, brother, I agree with you. I think you're hitting on something right now, man. I appreciate the call, but we gotta move forward. Thank you, man, for so much information. Look, Fallon, I'm gonna need you to wrap it up.
Ooh.
I need 3 signs that a man can look for when his woman is checked out while she's still in a relationship, ready to move on, ready to bounce.
Please pay attention to the tonality of her voice and how she speaks with you. When a woman speaks to her man, the man that she loves, there is a gentle nature and tone in which she converses with you. Even if sometimes she may be upset, she doesn't want to offend, she doesn't want to hurt, she understands that your ego is, can be in the balance as well, and she wants to always protect you at all costs. So when her attention to wanting to protect you and the words that she speaks to you and how she speaks to you, that's a telltale. When a woman's behavior is changing, again, like what it is that she's consuming. She, watch Housewives all the time, right? That's her show. She watch it every Thursday when it come on, 8:00. If she starts picking up books, if she starts picking up other habits, other hobbies and things that she's into, different interests, the words, even again, words are very telling, but the conversations are different. She's not going to the same places. If she's trying to level up, if she's trying to, get out of whatever you guys have going on and do something outside of that, outside of the norm of what you guys have set up and structured, that could be a telltale sign. And then finally, I think it would be just, I think one of the most underrated things is the male intuition. Now, female intuition is its own thing. We already have discussed that. We already know that that's on the map. But the male intuition that exists, which a lot of the times I feel like is really probably steeped more in just logic and paying attention and actually using their mind and their brain.
Observation.
But, if that's what your spirit is telling you, go with that. Go with that.
11 signs your girlfriend is cheating. I would say leaving the building. She's left the building. Lack of commitment. She's iffy on how down she is. Right? Iffy. Right? Whatever you guys agree that commitment is, she's iffy about it. She's uncertain about the future. She's uncertain about what it's going to look like with you in it. Right? Lack of emotional and physical intimacy. The touching, the playfulness, like you said, the empathetic words, the care, the concern, get real short with you, right? And then there's a rise in conflict. You guys are always arguing, always disagreeing, always disputing something. Ugh, she's checking out. And then if she just outright expresses her dissatisfaction. Listen, your lesson gonna hurt. Rumi said it. Rumi said the wound is where the light enters. Right? The wound is where the light enters. And I'm going to tell you right now, nobody really knows what kind of light they are when they come into your life. We don't know how we're going to manifest whatever lesson each of us need. But again, we don't love the process of being destroyed and rebuilt. We get destroyed by the person who came into our lives. They are the villain, the bad guy. They did this, they did that. We don't look at them as the person who delivered the single most substantive thing for the expansion of our consciousness. We don't look at it as that. We don't see him as a gift. Am I lying? Am I off? Okay. You did this. Right? When your woman becomes non-responsive to your overtures of love and what we gonna do, she's checked out. Right? She dismisses her responsibility for her actions, whatever she's done or not done. She's not talking, she's not building, she's not speaking, whatever. She's out. She gone. Like you said, changes her physical appearances, becomes super secretive with you. Where there was once openness and sharing, there's now closed, right? A closed vibe, like, no. She's changed the game on you. This is hard. Does this happen all the time? Do you guys do this all the time?
I think this happens all the time, and we're not talking about it. We talked about it tonight, though.
All I know is when men get open, we get open. When we get open, we get open. And when y'all start playing, when we get open, Houston, we have a problem.
Lord have mercy. What do we have to do though to go through to, and that's the kind of thing. Who is the one to surrender first? I think that's what it's always a battle of will.
It's mutual surrendering,
and I believe that that's true. But I feel that that's the thing where men will have a whole laundry list, like the brother that called the 21 years. Yeah, I was cheating and stuff during the 21 years, but we've been together 21 years. What you mean we getting a divorce? Like, brother. You know what I mean? You're not taking into account everything that we've had to go through to get there, and everyone is not built for it tough to be able to withstand that. But
for tough.
I don't know.
I want people to find Fallon's music. Where can they find it?
Absolutely. If you guys go to Spotify, Apple Music, any of the mediums or digital music platforms, just type in my name, Fallon Favors. You can Google me, okay? That's not a brag. That you can Google me, Fallon Favors. I was on BET's College Hill Season 4. Most of you guys may know me from that, but I am an R&B songstress. At That's Fallon on my Instagram. Definitely having some really dope conversations over there. I would love for you guys to participate in that as well. So, yeah, I look forward to hearing from you.
Listen, we start the conversation, you finish it. Hey, I'm not right about anything I said tonight. I just wanted to pose the question. We appreciate everybody for tapping in. Nothing but love. I'll be back tomorrow with yet another slapper. Deuces.
I knew it, baby. I knew you were cheating on me, girl. Yes, I did.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest.